Welcome everyone. Today we will talk about auxiliary verbs. We have already discussed verbs and its kind in my last video. If you have not watched that video, you can find the link below in the description as well as on the top right side of the video. Now in this video we will discuss auxiliary verbs which are of two types, primary and modal verbs. So let's begin now. Auxiliary verbs. An auxiliary verb accompanies a main verb to help express tense, voice or mood. Here is a list of auxiliary verbs. First we talk about be. The various forms in which be is used are is, are, am, was, were and being. These all are called helping verbs as well, and these are the primary auxiliary verbs. Then we come to can, could, do, have, may, might, must, shall, should, will and would. All these are part of modal verbs. Let's take a few examples. She has done her work. So the verb here is has, which is an auxiliary verb. Can you close the door? Now here if we talk about the auxiliary verb, it is can. Do you like mango? Here the auxiliary verb is do. They must get there on time. Here in this statement, must is an auxiliary verb. Now let's talk in detail about the modal verbs. A modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb used to express ideas such as ability, possibility, permission and obligation. The modal auxiliary verbs are shall, must, could, might, will, ought to, may, would, should, can. Now let's see how the sentence structure with modals is done. Here in this table you have been given a subject, a modal verb, a main verb and a complement. Now let's see how a sentence can be constructed. I must go to sleep. We must go to sleep. They must go to sleep. You must go to sleep. He must go to sleep. She must go to sleep. It must go to sleep. So here I have taken the first subject, then a modal, then a main verb and then a complement to form a sentence. This is how a sentence structure is done with the use of modal verbs. You can make similar sentences on your own with the help of this table, and then you can use different main verbs and different complements for your own required sentences. Now let's look into the rules for using modal verbs. Modal verbs do not add s or es to the third person singular. Modal verbs don't need auxiliaries to form negative and question. Let's take a few examples. If we use she should not stay, that is a correct structure. But if we are using does not before should, it is incorrect. We cannot say she does not should stay. Let's take one more example. Why should she stay? This is the correct structure. And if someone says that we have to use an auxiliary, it is incorrect. Let's see the incorrect structure too. Why does she stay? This is incorrect. Modal verbs do not have infinites or ing form. For example, cannot be used with ing form, and we cannot even use to with might. Now let's understand a few usage of modals. First, we will talk about the modals which are used to express possibility or impossibility. Can or cannot plus base form of the verb. Let's take an example for this structure. You can catch that train at 10:43. If I use the negative form, then we have to write he cannot or can't see you right now. He is in surgery. Let's take another form. Could plus base form of the verb is the structure to be used here. Let's take an example. I could fly via Amsterdam if I leave the day before. Now let's look for those modals which we use for asking for permission or to give permission. Can plus subject plus base form of the verb. This is a structure we used for informal sentences. Can you lend me $10? There's another structure we can use. Can plus base form of the verb. In this structure, we can also put the subject in the beginning. You can borrow my car. Now let's take another structure. Could plus subject plus base form of the verb. This structure is used commonly for being polite. Could I have your number? Could I talk to your supervisor, please? These are all polite statements. If we have to use a modal to make a suggestion, we have to use the following structure. Could plus base form of the verb. Let's take an example to understand this. You could take the tour of the castle tomorrow. Let's talk about the modals which we would use for formal permission or formal prohibition. May and might. May or may not plus base form of the verb. This is a structure we would follow. Let's take example and understand. You may start your exam now. You may not wear sandals to work. Now let's understand the modals which we would use for polite request. May plus subject plus base form of the verb. May I help you? This is something very commonly used. Now let's understand the modals which we would use to offer assistance or for polite suggestion. Shall, should, ought to. The structure followed would be shall plus subject plus base form of the verb. Shall we go for a walk? Shall is only used with I or we. It is used instead of will only in formal English when you are quite sure of a positive answer. Always keep this tip in your mind. Now let's take a look at the modals which we would use for making a prediction or when we are expecting anything. Should or should not plus base form of the verb. The proposal should be finished on time. I should not be late. The train usually arrives on time. Now let's look into the modals we would use to give advice. Should, ought to plus base form of the verb. You should check the document before you send it out. You ought to have your car serviced before the winter. Now let's look into the modals which we would use to express necessity or requirement. Must, have to, need to, don't have to, need not. For present and future, we would use the structure must, have to, or need to plus base form of the verb. Let's understand with example. You must have a passport to cross the border. This is a necessity. Elizabeth has to apply for her visa by March 10th. I need to drop by his room to pick up a book. Let's talk about the modals which are used to make polite request or making a polite statement. We or use would plus base form of the verb. Will you please take the trash out? Would you mind if I sat here? I did. Here you can use I would like to sign up for your workshop. Let's take a quick recap of what we have learned in this video. A verb is a doing word that can express physical action, mental action, and state of being. A modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb used to express ideas. Modal verbs do not add s or es to the third person singular. Modal verbs don't need auxiliaries to form negative and question. Modal verbs don't have infinites or ing form. I hope with this video you are clear with what all the primary verbs and the modal verbs are, and you will be able to use them judiciously in making your statements, whether written or spoken. Thank you.